Yo, what is up, guys? So, yeah, I am back now, so I should be able to record and, yeah, hopefully no more, 3 days and I just don't record anything. I really could have did like a Naruto, like, Thursday or Friday, but I just decided not to, Like, I didn't even have much to do at all, anyways. It was already pre recorded, edited, just simply really uploaded, but yeah, just go ahead and wait on that. But today I will be looking at something I've been waiting for, actually, the Holy Church. So yeah, I didn't know he was going to go over this, but now that I know, yeah, I'm gonna just pay full attention to it because yeah, the Holy Church, that's something that I really wanted to know more about. Like, literally, if I didn't look at Unlimited Blade Works, I wouldn't have known that Kide and Gilgamesh, every time, they had their talks, and basically plotting, on Tokiomi and all that. Yeah, basically, I didn't know that was in the church that whole time. They were just like under there, or whatever that room was. So, yeah, I actually got to see that, you know. But other than that, yeah, I don't got much else to say. So, yo, you guys will enjoy this. Make sure you like, subscribe, and yeah, just get this reaction started.
I just took what they gave me, did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody.
Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no starch, please. Soon as you can go, leave. Got M's in the bank like yes, indeed. Cartier glasses, I won't even peek at you. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu. I got him waiting and watching what he gon' do. Tryna pee what I do, tryna steal my move. 2500 for a new pair of tennis shoes, same price.
All right, here we
In
go.
our previous lesson, I spoke
Nah,
of
bro.
focusing on the mage
Paying
Kairi
full
Shishigo
attention
and
to
the various
this.
spells and tools in his arsenal.
But yeah, that
It served as a
necromancy.
satisfying
Honestly, I
example
did
how,
forget
despite
some of
uniting
that
into
because
one
yeah, it's been
broad
like
study of
2
Magecraft,
weeks since
the
I've seen
individual
it.
lives of mages can be quite different.
Because yeah, when
Continue
y'all saw the
broadening our
necromancy
horizons,
video, I
talking of
already,
Magecraft on a macro
recorded
scale.
that.
It's worth addressing the association's adversary, the Holy Church. Indeed, the Church inhibits and rivals the association's activities, while at the same time employing their own forms of Magecraft. While not dedicated to the craft for the same reason,
See, that's
it would be troublesome for a
Kide's
mage
dad.
not to know more about the Church. In the most basic of terms, the Holy Church is a more ambitious and aggressive branch of the Roman Catholic Church. It consists of zealots who actively hunt and destroy heretics and those who threaten their religious sanctity. For this reason, many of the activities conducted by the Mages Association are seen as blasphemous. While mystery and Magecraft themselves aren't against God, the applications they're used for conflict, creating a constant tension between the groups. Over the years, however, both the association and church have found ways to coexist, compromising on various issues such as the Holy Grail War,
Yep,
ensuring
know
that
all about
parties
that.
play a role. That said, this peace is fragile and informal, allowing for plenty of betrayal and corruption. Of course, the Holy Church has its own problems to deal with. They take an active role in confronting humanity's sins, which includes the hunting of vampires, a broad term referring to sentient beings compelled by vampiric impulse to suck the blood of humans. While animals or phantasmal beasts can be manipulated, controlled, or contained like livestock, vampires pose a significant threat in their ability to spread bloodlust to their human victims. Oftentimes, this animosity is extended to other blood-sucking races, such as the true ancestors and dead apostles. Much like the Clock Tower employs enforcers to hunt mages branded through sealing designation, the Church has a number of units that are sent to slay heretics and vampires, such as executors and the Burial Agency. Ironically, these hunters tend to struggle with their own lack of faith, taking to battle as a means of reaffirming it. This means hunters within the Church aren't necessarily different from common assassins. Their lives
Okay,
tend to
so
be
that's
consumed
the
by
same thing
bloodshed
like
rather than
Kiritsugu.
worship.
So basically,
As such, the ends justify
that
the
was
means,
them there,
and
the
to slay
Holy
heretics,
Church taking
warriors of
care
the
of
Holy
these
Church employ a branch of
vampires.
thaumaturgy
Yeah, I
known
thought
as sacrament.
they look like
This
zombies, but
includes
apparently
conceptual weapons
vampires.
fit for assailing spiritual entities, which
Okay.
have thrived for so long that they've
Oh, no,
become
it's
one of the
all
most
connecting
stable
together
forms of
now,
Magecraft
yeah.
the world has to offer. The most iconic
So yeah, I
of
at
these
least
weapons
know,
are keys of
what
providence.
was going on
In
with
order
that.
to purify their targets, they force natural laws back onto vampires, a process which involves opening a target's physical structure and locking it to its original form. You've no doubt seen their black keys, the long, thin blades that can be thrown or wielded to stab or slash opponents. While these blades are fair enough as physical weapons, they excel against spiritual foes with an affinity for evil, making them blades of purification more than simply tools for rending flesh.
Blades of
Oddly enough,
purification.
their fame is not necessarily due to their frequency of use. Church executors often avoid using them as they are oddly weighted and difficult to handle. Rather, a few prominent executors
Difficult to
wield them
handle.
so magnificently that they become a symbolic
I don't
weapon
know.
of the church. Even
My boy
so,
Kide made
keys
that
have their merits.
seem.
For one, the blades themselves
seemed
are
like it was
generated from
weightless,
mana,
like-
allowing users to simply carry around their rudimentary hilts. In the hands of a truly masterful executor, such as Kirei Kotomine, the blades can be formed in just 0.3 seconds. While this makes them portable, another advantage is that the keys can be formed into different shapes and sizes.
So yeah, they're keys.
When thrown by skilled
actually.
members of the burial agency,
Like, yeah, they're still
these
blades,
mind-fused
but
blades can penetrate
apparently
reinforced
keys.
concrete and strike foes like a speeding car. Devout believers can enchant black keys to perform various rites, causing enemies to burst into flames, become petrified, or even attract swarms of crows when struck. Ciel, for instance, can render foes immobile by piercing not their flesh, but their shadows. Shiro
Their
Kotomine, on the
shadows?
other hand, can alter the key's trajectory mid-flight
How do
by
you do
incanting the word
that?
set. While not all members of the
I'm
church
gonna have to
wield
see
black
that in
keys,
action.
they are most certainly taught the baptism sacrament, a ritual meant for exorcising demons and wraiths. Shiro Kotomine uses this very ritual to destroy the legend of Dracula, sending the monster away through incineration in blue flame.
Oh wait, Shido could
Other
tell me.
conceptual
Okay.
weapons employed by the church are holy shrouds, the cloths once used to wrap around the saints. They serve to protect the wearer. As we discussed in relation to familiars, the church uses scriptures as the most powerful conceptual weapons in their possession, such as Nanako, the seventh holy scripture. They are noted to be able to defeat even divine beings. Again, just like the association, the Holy Church has its own organizational system. The most basic of these are abbeys, religious homes that house practitioners, only allowing them to leave on occasion to hunt or exercise. Before being dispatched to Fuyuki, following the death of her father Kirei, Karen Hortensia lived as a resident of the Sito Abbey. Mirroring the clock tower's various research branches, the Holy Church has the Assembly of the Eighth Sacrament, an agency of clerics who investigate and procure holy relics, such as crosses, the blood of saints, and other lost artifacts. As the name implies, these clerics follow an eighth
someone
sacrament of
burnt
the Catholic
it
Church,
down.
one that
Okay.
embraces the use of heretical powers, if in service of God's glory. It is a hypocritical addition made so that the church can compete with mages. While the lesser and greater grails of Fuyuki merely borrow the form and reputation of the genuine Holy Grail, the Assembly still treats it as one of hundreds of claims to the Grail, and supervise the wars in the event that the real thing does emerge. The Church extends itself to these wars exclusively for this reason, having absolutely no reason to covet the root. After all, the Church has its own ontological beliefs, which ignore the existence of space beyond the world proper, such as the reverse side or Akasha. When it comes to using the Grail, Church overseers actually prefer mages waste its energy on reaching the root, rather than letting a potential sinner cause havoc on Earth. Needless to say, if the Church knew Fuyuki's fire was the result of Kirei's wish, they certainly would not have allowed him to remain for the Fifth Grail War.
Yeah.
A less devout branch of
If
the Holy Church
only
is the Burial
they knew.
Agency, a group founded by the priest Michael Roa Valdemion.
But there was no
who later
one
went
there
on become
to
a powerful dead apostle. This agency is
really
headed by Narbarek and her
give their
descendants,
input on
and is
that.
responsible for not purifying, but rather killing demons and heretics.
Yeah, the only witness
As
was
such, faith
Kiritsugu.
is
Yeah,
not a
everybody else
requirement
died.
to join.
So
All their members need to do
You know.
is kill whatever and whomever the church finds troublesome. Essentially, the church has compromised its integrity for power, opening the agency up to all manner of psychopathic murderers and sinners, so long as they follow orders and produce results. This even means teaming up with strong blood-sucking heretics like Arcuate Brunstud in order to eliminate the less reasonable and more immediately threatening dead apostles. While mages are certainly no paragon of moral ideology, the mere existence of the burial agency seems to undermine the very values the church should be upholding. This hypocrisy can best be seen in the torment of Elysia, a young French girl who found herself possessed by Michael Roa's next incarnation. Roa's influence consumed her, causing her to massacre her fellow villagers until Arcuate arrived and defeated Roa. Tragically, Roa is not killed so easily, instead continuing to reincarnate. As an effect of her possession, Elysia is rendered effectively immortal so long as Roa continues to exist. Interested in these powers, the Holy Church took her body and tested the limits of her regeneration, killing her countless times. Ultimately, it was decided that her powers made her a perfect candidate for the burial agency, and she joined under the name
that's
Sierra
her now.
because she thought doing so would give her the chance to slay
completely
Roa,
innocent,
her accursed
wouldn't even
immortality,
kill anybody,
and
hurt
finally ending
anyone,
her
I guess.
suffering.
And then
As
just
if the church couldn't
turns
get
into
more
that
radical,
and then being
we have the Order of the
experimented on.
Templars, a group that is not officially connected
A
to the
lot
church,
can
but
happen.
often works
Just
in tandem with
what?
it.
Being
Their heretic
possessed,
hunting efforts are on par with terrorism.
or just getting a
The
certain
more official
power.
militant body of the church are the chivalric orders, knights who defend what the church deems holy ground. The shining star of this group is Riesbeif Streetberg, captain of the Vestal Shield Knights. She hunts vampires with a conceptual weapon called the True Apocrypha Gamaliel, another of the Holy Scriptures. As you can see, there is a divide between the more appalling hunters of the church, who commit atrocities in the name of God, and the beloved priests who actually follow the church's ideology. This is the gap between the executors and exorcists. These are roles more so than divisions of the church, detailing the difference between killing heretics and attempting to save them. That said, successfully exorcising possessed humans without killing them is an extraordinarily rare feat, as most humans lack the strength of soul to withstand demonic corruption. Of course, there are exceptions, such as Karen Hortensia, who suffers from masochistic spiritualist disposition. When in the presence of possessed humans, she suffers the same effects, allowing her to be a radar of sorts in finding demons. Her life is one of suffering, sacrificing her own well-being for the sake of saving others. In summation, the Holy Church is a contradictory gathering of religious zealots who aim to eliminate all heretics who oppose their Lord. This includes the likes of demons, vampires, and other mages. Yet, despite condemning these heretics, members of the church hypocritically embrace their methods in order to hunt them down. While there are those in the church that genuinely follow their faith, attempting to exorcise and heal the afflicted, many are hired or brought on exclusively for their raw killing potential. They possess various deadly conceptual weapons, mystic codes, and holy scriptures that help preserve them as a major influence that no mage can simply ignore. Regardless of your own faith or ethics, there's no denying the prominence the church has managed to achieve.
Okay, and I guess that's about it for this one. So, yeah, definitely a lot that we looked at there. But, actually, you know what? I wonder where they are now. Wait, let me see if I can. When they I forgot. Wait, what's her name? Carla. I think it started with her, like Kirisuke's friend on that island. Then after that, started spreading around. So where were those other people? Like where are they now? Because at first it's like, yeah, they just came just to get rid of the vampires. But, where did they go to? Did some of them die, I guess? Or some of them... But yeah, they might... Yeah, I don't know. Like, they went to the church. Like, yeah, I just can't tell, like, what would happen, Or if they're, like, completely somewhere else taking care of, like, other vampires or the... What was it? Hectics, he called them? Yeah, I think they had to take care of the Hectics. Or whatever it was, started with an H. But, yeah, just wanted to know, yeah, where did they go? Because Kirei was, like, the only person that I saw, unless it's, like, there were other people, they just didn't show it in the anime, and all they showed was just Kirei and, yeah, his father. Or if there's, like, multiple other churches, but I'm pretty sure it's just that one. So yeah, and then even from all that, yeah, it probably could just be like, yeah, those are like the people who were a part of the church from like earlier on, and then eventually died off. Like, yeah, Kide's father, he eventually probably would have died, and then well, I don't know if Kide is gonna have any kids or something like that, but yeah, it continues on from there. But yeah, someone completely innocent here, just get that reincarnation, killing her multiple times, something else. But yeah, it seems like she's still or was still alive. I don't know if she still is now, but yeah, definitely there's no way to kill her. But yeah, definitely needed that. Yeah, because I didn't know much about the church really. So yeah, what were they? Roman Catholic? Yeah, that's what type of church they are. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much about it. So I don't know what we're gonna be looking at next, but yeah, we'll just have to see later. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy this. Make sure to like, subscribe again, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.